Alright everyone, been really busy lately. I thought I would finally do a little update. It's been about a month and I got my Jeep back on the road. It's been sitting for a couple years, so I'm still kind of ironing out all the kinks and the cleaning it and everything. Some stuff that's kind of happened when it was in the sun. My Sparaco flaps are falling apart on this side, kind of worn out. You're probably wondering, hey, why are your mud flaps so big and long? It's because I do a lot of off-roading on dirt gravel roads, and I don't like rocks getting flung if anybody's behind me. And these are designed so that if you're backing up on a steep incline, they don't go underneath your tire and get wrapped up on the wheel through here. It's kind of a Dakar rally thing. People tease me about it, but it's just something I like. Anyway, it was pretty dirty in here. It's still cleaning it. The seats had some mildew on them, so the whole car stunk really bad. So anyway, I'm gonna start it up. It still has a check engine light. I have a bad charge pipe on this thing, so it got damaged on the way getting the engine out, so I have to buy a new one. But it runs really good, even though it's got that issue. I'm gonna do a cold start so you guys can hear it. You can hear I've got custom built exhaust on this. I did that early on, but you can hear it. Anyway, that's because I have an enlarged straight pipe exhaust I did. Take a look under here. So there's no muffler on this. It's just, you can look down there, you can see it's straight piped all the way down. Another thing I did to this, I put a 1.5 inch lift and I went to a 29.5 inch diameter tire. The wheels on it were, my messy yard, were just like the wheels on my other project Jeep. So I'll bring it over here. You guys can see. That's how my wheels used to look. It's basically the same trim package. Now back here, I use AMS oil only in my Jeep, even though it didn't help with my last engine. It has nothing to do with the oil. It's just engine had some issues. But yeah, I mean, if anybody's still curious about this model, this is the 1.4 turbo. These Jeeps are built in Italy by Fiat. The paint's kind of faded, but this is custom paint I did, but it's pretty weathered. I'm going to be redoing it. This diamond plate's going to go away. This didn't go out as I had planned, so I'm going to change that. Snorkel is custom done. I did that a while back, but I just put it back on. I have a special donut that goes in here. That's why it looks kind of gapped. It's not hooked up right now. I just got tired of driving around with a hole in it, and I'm going to be redoing this whole thing. Let's see, just to kind of give you a little look here under the hood. It's a little dirty. We're off island driving around looking at property over on the mainland. We can get the hood open here. Now this whole engine, yeah, I had installed over a month ago. Sounds kind of ticky sounding, but that's how these engines are, because they have a multi-air unit in there that's electronic solenoids that activate the intake valves, and they just make a lot of noise like that. It's also kind of noisy because I changed the clutch on this with a racing single mass flywheel, which is basically a non-mechanical flywheel, and it brings out a lot of gear noise in these. So if you ever hear my Jeep, it sounds like the gears are grinding around, and it's because it just echoes those sounds through the bell housing. So a lot of those noises just kind of go away when you push the clutch in. So now if I can kind of hear it, just if I can get a little closer. Hear that clanky sound? That's actually the transmission gears moving around while it's in neutral. But you'll see if you can hear it. Now here's the clutch going in. See how it's gone? It's back. So it was a little frightening at first, but that's what happens when you put these performance parts in. They do that. And the clutch pedal is much stiffer now. My wife doesn't really like that part of it, but it grabs really good. A few things I also did to this Jeep is probably gonna be hard to see. I can't show you, but down in there, I changed the linkage in this, so it has a short shift throw linkage kit. Got rid of the plastic ones. I have a Forge Motor Industries wastegate on here. I do have a ported throttle body for this. Had on here before, but right now I'm running stock. These coils are from an Alfa Romeo 4C, so they have a much better spark. Although this last one is not. I got to get my other one back on there. This one was originally a swap out because we thought the coil was bad and ended up being just a bad cylinder. So that's why we swapped the engine out. Let's see. I have a Go Fast Bits kit for this actuator, but this thing here is the one off the other engine because I thought I was having issues with it and it ended up not being a problem. But anyway, there's a lot more I'm going to be doing to this in the future. It's just been down and out because of this problem, and I just moved back to Washington State when this all went down, and just didn't get the time to do it. Now it's done. It has a slight little miss, and I think that's just because the spark plugs, I need to put new ones in. These are kind of known for going faulty about within 20-30,000 miles, and I think that's about where this engine and these spark plugs are kind of. In fact, I think these plugs are from my old engine, and they're overdue, so I got to swap those out. But other than that, yeah, it's running really good. Other than the check engine light being on, it doesn't affect the drivability of it. It does have a little bit of a lag in the lower RPM range because I think the charge pipe has some issues and it's not allowing the ventilation through the vacuum lines to run properly. So I hope to get that new part here soon and remedy these issues. But so far, I just love it. Back being on the road, driving it. You can hear it. Yes, the Hellion is back. All right, guys, take care. Please hit the like and subscribe on the way out, and look forward to your comments down below.